We want to extend benefits. We want to extend the solvency, and the Committee of Cognizance should be holding hearings on Social Security. Let's have a public discussion the way it should be, out front. That's the way a democracy is supposed to work. Look in the mirror. Ask yourself if you feel good about what you're doing to your fellow Americans who haven't received an enhancement in more than 52 years.
If you're waiting for Social Security increases, you're definitely going to want to watch this video. As you just heard, Representative John Larson calling for increases, enhancements, and overall Social Security reform before any cuts across the board for all Social Security recipients happen. Now, it's very frustrating as 2023 was supposed to be the year of Social Security reform, but yet with dozens of bills in Congress, almost no action has been taken. But when we go to this article right here, new Social Security plan would increase taxes for these Americans. So this is talking about the Social Security 2100 Act of 2023. A sweeping reform proposed earlier this year seeks to address the program's financial challenges by reinstating taxes on those 1.8% of earners who rake in more than $400,000. Social Security stands at crossroads. Without action and intervention, the Social Security Board of Trustees projects that by 2035, the program will be able to fund only 75% of scheduled benefits, meaning that 25% will get cut. When there's 25% cuts because of inaction today, that's going to cause a lot of problems later on. Now, when it comes to the Social Security 2100 Act, just overall right here, you can see it increases Social Security benefits, improves the cost of living adjustments, provides a tax cut for the middle class, ensures millionaires and billionaires pay their fair share. Now, when it comes specifically to how much more you could get paid with an increase, looks like it could be 10%. Now, according to this article, which is criticizing the Social Security 2100 Act, it talks about overpayments here. So as you can see, errors under the bill's proposed method for measuring price inflation would cause benefit overpayments of 10% relative to accurate calculations. More specifically, it says here, by the end of the life of a typical person retiring this year, these errors would have accumulated to cause annual benefits to be more than 10% higher than they would under accurate indexing. What is this talking about? Switching the COLA calculation from CPIW to CPIE. With CPIE, looks like there could be a 10% increase. According to this article, saying that the 10% increase overpayment is an error, but actually, can anyone in Social Security ever be overpaid? I don't think so. So when it comes to Social Security and the 2100 Act, looks like this is being pushed really hard by Representative John Larson, as you just heard before. So I'm going to give you the full video clip, let you know exactly what he's saying about Social Security, the need for it to increase and be enhanced and reform it. So I'm going to play that video clip in a moment, but first, if you could do me a quick favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Social Security updates. And this video is sponsored by my company, WiseSense. If you or anyone you know is looking to increase your credit score, I'm actually running a promotion this week of Thanksgiving up until Black Friday. So if you want a 50% discount, or if you know anyone who's looking to increase their score, got my details down in the description below. Without further ado, take a look at what Representative John Larson has to say.
So here we are talking about a subject matter today, as several have pointed out, we're on the verge of a governmental shutdown. We have major issues in front of us. And when it comes to protecting seniors, we're concerned about an issue that impacts 4% of people who have 401ks. So, suffice it to say, as my colleagues know, we need to talk directly about Social Security. That is the responsibility of this committee. We are the Committee of Cognizance with regard to Social Security. Congress has not enhanced Social Security in more than 52 years. My colleague, who's always very good with numbers, let me remind him, 70 million Americans will be needing Social Security. 70 million fellow Americans, and yet Congress has stood still and not enhanced Social Security since Richard Nixon was president of the United States. Not only do we sit here and say we're trying to help out seniors today, what a joke. 10,000 baby boomers a day become eligible for Social Security, and the Committee of Cognizance should be holding hearings on Social Security and talking about what you plan to do for it. We have our plan. We want to extend the solvency. We want to extend benefits. We want to make sure that the more than 5 million fellow Americans who get below poverty level checks now get uplifted. We want to make sure that we provide 23 million Americans a tax cut. We want to make sure that every single one of your districts who receive Social Security monies get enhanced so that we can help people on fixed incomes in this time of inflation to be able to utilize their money locally where it will have the greatest impact. These are your brothers and sisters. These are family members. It is an embarrassment and a disgrace that in the United States Congress, we cannot address the nation's #1 anti-poverty program for the elderly, the #1 anti-poverty program for children, and we're in a committee today talking about an impact of 4% on people with 401ks. I hope the American public is listening. There are solutions that are out there. Let me ask the audience, how many of you out there make more than $400,000 a year? Raise your hand. Funny thing about that, President Biden has said very simply, we can fix this issue by simply lifting the cap on people making over $400,000 a year. Wow. What a stress that would put on everybody across this country. And yet what it would do is put America back on track in terms of what we need to be doing on behalf of our fellow citizens. The #1 anti-poverty program for the elderly, the #1 anti-poverty program for children. And my colleagues on the other side sit in silence. Look in the mirror, ask yourself if you feel good about what you're doing to your fellow Americans who haven't received an enhancement in more than 52 years. Don't try to do some double secret probation committee behind closed doors where no one will get to discuss, especially the Committee of Cognizance, so that you can make a maneuver to cut people's benefits. Let's have a public discussion the way it should be, out front. Our proposals versus your proposals. That's the way a democracy is supposed to work. I yield back.
Wow, very fiery speech from Representative John Larson there. What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments below. When it comes to actual increases coming to Social Security recipients, looks like a $2,163 increase for certain people on Social Security. If you want to see if you're one of those people, click this video right over here as I'll go over more details about that $2,100 boost that's coming in less than 2 months. So click that video now and I'll see you in that video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.